cute. They really suit you. Yeah. You laughing at me?
House.
Ah, all houses. Hi. Hey. Oh, another shop.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Come. In
I don't know.
That corner is better, you can call complete things.
Yeah.
So you are happy and give you the tip, okay?
Hey.
Excuse me.
We can go in it.
Thank you very much. Oh my god, wow. Oh, oh my god.
This is your gift.
Thank
from
you
mine.
so much.
This is a birthday cake.
Oh, thank you. Ah!
Oh my god. Wait, stick your tongues out. Oh, I thought they were blue. Oh no, it's, oh no, that's well embarrassing.
Happy birthday.
Oh!
Hello. So week number 2, vlog number 2, is here. It's been a great week. It was my birthday on the weekend. I did a nice little weekend trip to Jaipur and Agra, and that was an amazing experience. And I've settled in with the classes that I'm teaching at the slum school, which is amazing. All the kids are great. I have 2 classes. I have class 1 and class 2. The children in my classes aren't there based on age, they're based on their abilities. So I have about 17 kids in class 1 and 10 kids in class 2. And at the moment I'm just doing spellings with them and teaching them nouns and prepositions and getting them to understand the words that they're saying and the passages that they have to memorize for when they have their exams in December. I've got a really good relationship with their class teachers, so when I'm because I split my time between the 2 classes, so I've been able to get a good relationship with the 2 other teachers that are there. They're both really, really lovely, and I'm really, really enjoying my time with at the school. We do an assembly every morning, which is lovely. We're all singing and dancing, and that's a great start. And then I spend my time split between the 2 classes. So I'm pleased that I have my own 2 classes because that I'm working with the entire time I'm here, because I am here for 8 weeks, and by the time I leave in November they'll be a couple of weeks away from taking their exams again in December. So last week they were just finishing up their exams, so this week is like a new term for them almost. So it's going to be nice to be able to see their progress and work with them from very start, where they're just learning the basics, to how much I can do with them for when they're close to taking their exams. The kids are great. They're smiley, they're friendly, they're cheeky, and they are so excited to learn. Like, all of them are constantly putting their hands up, constantly wanting to put the right answer. They're jumping ahead, and it's so nice to see because they're so enthusiastic about learning. And even some of the quieter ones in the class have learned to just make sure that even if they don't put their hand up, I give them the chalk and I get them to write on the board. And you sort of got to encourage all of them that what they're doing is right and that they're doing a good job, because you see them putting their hand up more, and you see them getting engaged in class a little bit more, and that's just great. So I'm working on nouns and prepositions with them. I didn't actually remember what a preposition was, so I had to search it myself, but I now know. I've been doing lesson planning, and I'm all around just looking forward to spending my time with the kids and getting to see their progress over the next 6 weeks, which is great. So last Thursday, after teaching, me and one of the other girls who works as the medic, she works in the GP clinic, her and I went and we were given a tour around Sector 4 slum, which is the slum where the kids from the school live. And that was intense. Because there's only so much reading about it or seeing about it or hearing about it that you can prepare yourself for. But when you're there and you're seeing it firsthand, you are meeting these people firsthand, it was a massive shock to my system. And I didn't get upset, but it definitely touched me in a way that I just thought, like, holy shit, like, I am so lucky to have grown up where I have grown up, and to have been given the opportunities in my life and not had to worry about half the things that these kids and these people are worrying about. And it made me even more determined to work closely with the kids and give them and make them enjoy their time at the school, because they've not got much, and having an education means a lot to them. And so whatever I can do to make that the best experience for them, that I'm definitely going to do it. So yeah, it was definitely a massive eye opener. And then after we came back from the slum, packed up, and we had what was supposed to be I think it was like 4.5 hour drive to Jaipur, which took about 6.5 hours. It was a nightmare drive. It wasn't great. There was one point where we'd stopped to go get food, and I put my food in the car, and I was still outside of the car, and the driver just drove away. So I was sort of like running to like try and jump in the car, which was a bit crazy. And then we got to our hotel, and I had to sleep. There was 4 of us, but there was only 2 beds, and one was a double bed. So I was like, I pulled the short straw. I volunteered to sleep on the mattress on the floor, because I thought, well, tonight I sleep on here, and then tomorrow night then I get the bed to myself. So win-win, really. But then there were bed bugs, and we were just like, absolutely not, we're not staying here. And I just thought, as soon as I saw the bed bug, I was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with this a second year in a row. Absolutely not. So we were moved to another room for that night, and then we left the hotel that morning, and we went to another hotel that afternoon. So after we left our first hotel, we went to explore around Jaipur. We went to Amber Fort. We looked around the temples there. We were up in the mountains, and we saw these elephants walking around. And then we went to the palace gardens, which were beautiful. And then we went to the Pink City, and just it was great. It was really, really hot, really, really beautiful. It's very, very busy, very, very busy, and getting stopped all the time, like, beautiful lady, beautiful, stop and buy things from me. And so you just gotta learn to walk ahead. But no, it's very educational, and it was great to spend some time in Jaipur. And we went to, it was a long start to a morning, and we hadn't really eaten anything that day at all, so we were all a bit tired. It's because none of us really slept the night before. So we went to our hotel. We booked into a Radisson hotel, and wow, we all walked into our rooms, and there were like nice comfy beds, and like you don't actually realise how much you miss a comfy bed until you are sleeping basically on like hard mattresses and hard wood, and sort of almost feel like you're in a coffin. So it was so nice to have we all had a bit of a nap, had a bit of a shower, and then we went out that night. We went to some of their local markets, and we went to a fabric store, which was lovely. They gave us like nice little lemon tea, and I bought some fabrics there, which so I'm going to get some trousers made, because the people at the I really hope that's not a monkey. At the people at the slum school, where the people at the slum school project, they have the women empowerment area, where they hand make book bags, laptop cases, just like little pocket bags, and they can hand make clothes for you. So I bought a bunch of fabrics so I could get the trousers made and a little dress made, because the people at the fabric store offered to make them there, but I gotten to know the women at the women empowerment place, so I bought some of that stuff and came back. So it was a lovely first day in Jaipur. We had an amazing night's sleep and a nice full breakfast, and then from there we went and saw, on our way to Agra, we went and saw we went to an elephant sanctuary, and it was really lovely. When we went in, we got to like pet the elephants, stroke the elephants, get photos with the elephants, and then we sort of sat down with a guy, and we were a bit unsure about how, like, he was talking the talk, but you got a bit of a weird vibe from the place, and so we decided to leave, because we didn't want to be having to pay for getting to clean the animals or getting pictures with the animals, and some of them were riding some people were seen riding the elephants, and when I asked the guy about that, he said, it's not metal on top of them, and it's good for their back. And I just thought, I was like, I don't know. So we didn't stay as long there as we thought we were going to, because again, having researched elephant sanctuaries and places where you go to be able to see animals like that, you shouldn't be paying. You shouldn't have to feel like you're paying for their services, because it's not a service. They're not there to entertain you, they're animals. And like a couple of the girls here had said that the place that they'd gone to, they literally had just paid for the snacks that they fed the elephants. So we were a bit like, we're gonna go. So we did get to meet the elephants, we did get to have a cuddle with them, and they're such beautiful animals, and I learned that the elephants see humans the way that humans will see dogs. They think we're really cute, which is just one of the sweetest things I've ever heard. But so after that, we left for Agra. A 4-hour journey took 6.5 hours again. And then we got to our hotel, but we only got about a couple of hours sleep because we had to be up for 4 a.m. to go for the Taj Mahal for sunrise. So we were all up at 4, attempting to put our saris on, which was just not great. It was pitch black when we left, about 5 o'clock. We went to Taj Mahal, and while we were waiting for the Taj Mahal, there was a guy that came along and fixed all our saris for us, which was very good because I had a feeling that they would have just fallen apart on us if we'd left them the way that we'd put them together. But from there we went and visited the Taj Mahal, and it was just, you can tell where it's one of the wonders of the world when you see it, because it really is breathtaking. And that was a really lovely start to my birthday morning. We got some amazing photos. We learned about the Taj Mahal and the story behind it, the beautiful love story behind it, and how long it took to have it made, and the materials and the history behind the Taj Mahal, which was really lovely. And we spent a good 3.5 hours there. But then the sun started to come up and it was hot, and then the monkeys came out, and the monkeys are good, they're cute, they're funny, but when they're running towards you, they're not as cute and funny. They're a bit scary. But one of the women that was she was a little bit behind where we were walking. One of the monkeys ran up her skirt, and all these people just started being a bit crazy. So I'm kind of pleased we left when we did. From there we went back to our hotel, and we napped, and then we knew it was going to be a longer journey to get back home that evening. We wanted to get back home because the people that were teaching wanted to do some lesson planning. So while we were in the hotel, like packing up ready to go, we had a knock on the door, and Vishy, the main coordinator here at the house, and who works closely with Plan My Gap Year and helps with all the volunteers, he'd organised for a cake to be brought in. So it was lovely. I had a nice birthday cake, I got to blow out my candles, and they gave me a gorgeous little tea light Taj Mahal. So a Taj Mahal statue that I could put a tea light underneath. That's a better description of it. So that was great. And so we had cake, and then blew out the candles, which was lovely, and then we made our way back here, and we had a nice dinner, and it was good to catch up with all the girls again. And I had a nice FaceTime call with my dad, and I went to bed that night and I felt very, very loved, and it was a really, really lovely birthday. And so on Monday I went to the school, the teachers all said happy birthday, the kids all said happy birthday, which was lovely. And that day was mine and one of the girls, Chelsea's, because her birthday is on the 24th and mine's on the 22nd. So we had Monday as our day, our joint birthday day, which was lovely. So we all of the girls went out that night to Delhi for drinks, and we went to a place that we'd gone to, a couple of us had gone to the week before, called Social, and we got these Long Island iced teas, which were almost in they looked like test tubes, and they had these, they were amazing, but they were lethal. So 4 of those down, and they gave us free shots, Indian shots, which tasted like curry. They were peculiar. I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't have them again, but it was a really nice night. And then they had music that we recognised on, so we were dancing away, and some of the other people that were at the same bar as us, like some of the locals, were dancing with us, and it was lovely. It was a really, really nice way to celebrate our joint birthday. And it's nice because there's only girls here now, and we're all of different ages. I've just turned 20, some of the girls are in their later 20s, 22, 23. Some of the girls are younger than me. Chelsea's just turned 19. One of the girls is turning 18 on the weekend. So we're similar ages but different ages. So it's really nice that when we all get along really, really well, which is great. And it was a nice celebration. And again, yesterday, I didn't go to the summer school yesterday because I haven't been sleeping great. I don't know if it's the heat, I don't know if it's my upset stomach, but I only got about 45 minutes, so I didn't go to the summer school yesterday. but I did go back to one of the markets, and I did a lot of lesson planning for the week, and we had more cake and more singing, and it was really, really lovely. We went and did yoga yesterday, which was great fun, really, really great fun. So yeah, it's been a really great week. We're off to Rishikesh tonight at 2 a.m. So no more sleep for me either, but yeah, we're off to Rishikesh this weekend, which has been great fun because we're going to be paragliding and river rafting, and I'm unbelievably excited for that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed another weekly update, and yeah, I will be doing more of these as my time goes on.